What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing. We back at it with another live stream, and this is my breakdown and prediction for this unification fight we got coming up this weekend. Regis Prograis, WBA junior welterweight champion of the world, versus, and he's 24-0 with 20 KOs versus Josh Taylor from Scotland. He's 15-0 and I believe 12 KOs. So it's the Tartan Tornado in Josh Taylor versus Ruger Rule from the Bayou, Louisiana. The man Josh Taylor, man. What would you know? I can't remember the last time, if ever, since I've been watching boxing, that we got two unifications back to back weekends. I mean, last weekend we had Vosdick versus Better Beef in a great fight. Light heavyweight unification this weekend. We got a junior welterweight unification. You know what I mean? 140-pound division. Been putting it on since Bud Crawford was down there at 140. You know what I mean? Everybody looks like they trying to be unified and go for undisputed. So I can't be mad at them one bit. And big ups to the World Boxing Super Series for putting on this Ali Trophy, giving guys incentive to go out there and get belts and get a major prize, cash prize at the end of the day. It's prize fighting, you know what I mean? So big ups to everybody who participated in this tournament. And now we got the two finalists. Both have world titles. Whomever wins this particular fight, in my opinion, will be the number one junior welterweight on the planet. Jose Ramirez could hold a stake to that claim right now. You know, he has two straps, but I don't think anybody he's fought is on Regis Prograis or Josh Taylor level. You know what I mean? So let's get into this breakdown and prediction. Josh Taylor, he's 15 and 0, 12 KOs. He's about 5'10", 69-inch, 69 and a half inch reach. He's definitely the taller fighter, you know what I'm saying? Regis Prograis is about 5'8", 67-inch reach. So the height factor and advantage goes in favor of the man Josh Taylor. Will Josh Taylor exploit it? That remains to be seen. Josh Taylor has a nice jab, especially when he has things in his control. But when he's having things in his way, going his way, he's using his jab to set up his left hand. You know what I mean? He goes to the body well. You know what I'm saying? He does can occasionally get to throwing wild hooks. You know what I mean? Winging shots, and I think those are the points where Regis Prograis, who is the shorter fighter, who must get on the inside with the shorter reach, he got to make him pay. And I believe Regis Prograis is the better counterpuncher of the two. You know what I mean? Upper body movement and the head movement goes in favor of the man Regis Prograis. You know, Regis Prograis has many more dimensions than I actually thought. When this fight was announced or going into this fight, I thought that the man Josh Taylor would win this fight. But I've been watching film, and I think that this fight is a little bit closer than what I thought. You know what I mean? I think Josh Taylor can fight beyond the jab, and he's going to have to stay disciplined and fight within the structures of keeping this guy at the end of his jab, keeping him at bay, and just putting pressure on the man Regis Prograis to see if Regis Prograis can use all that movement and upper body movement, whether he'll tire. Both guys rarely go the distance, especially Josh Taylor. When he fought the man Victor Postal, to me that was his biggest test, and he found troubles. He weathered the storm. He eventually dropped the man Postal, I believe, in the 10th round, and that right there kind of not definitely reassured him of the victory, but it was a close fight up until that point. And to me, Josh Taylor ran away with the rest of the fight after he dropped Victor Postal. You know what I mean? Now, these two guys, I do think they have solid chins. You know what I mean? I haven't seen neither guy on the canvas, but Regis Prograis, his style, he can throw different dimensions to his game. You know what I mean? He can walk you down with his hands down on some stuck an opponent type shit. Like, who did I see doing that not too long? Like what Louis Collazo was doing in his last fight versus that Abakaka. Don't get me lying how to pronounce that name. That Abdul Kakakov. last weekend, you know what I mean? Or how Louis Collazo fought the man Amir Khan. I don't particularly like that style. Or Prince Nassim walking with your hands down, Roy Jones trying to stalk an opponent down and throwing lead right hands, or in this particular case, it'll be lead left hands from the man, Regis Prograis. Both guys are southpaws, you know what I mean? But he can do that with his hands down. He also keeps a tight guard or keeps his left hand up when he's throwing a jab. You know what I mean? He can box and he can brawl. Josh Taylor could also do both, but Josh Taylor hasn't shown the dimensions of if he can fight on the back foot, and that's where I think Regis Prograis can exploit and exploit that and see if the man Josh Taylor can fight on the back foot and still you know, um, keep the distance and also keep them ring generalship to show that he's not being pushed backwards. He's actually boxing a fight, going backwards and keeping his opponent at bay. You know what I mean? So that will be interesting to see on who can dictate the ring generalship. And it's going to be difficult for both guys. But I think that the man's movement, Regis Prograis' movement, is going to be frustrating the man Josh Taylor to the point where Josh Taylor will now look like a Victor Postal type of fighter when Victor Postal fought Terrence Crawford. Victor Postal was not that wasn't the type of fighter he is. You know what I mean? He got drawn into a fight and he became on some Frankenstein stalking type shit. You know what I mean? And that's not his style one bit. That's why he got smoked and rolled over in that fight. And I think that's what Regis Progress is going to try to exploit with the man Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor loves to come forward, and he can get caught with body shots, and I think the body shot game is key for for the man Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? The same way Regis Prograis was folding up Kyrie Relic with them body shots. You know what I mean? Timing body shots, throwing some headshots and throwing a nice roundhouse haymaker to the rib cage. I think that right there could offset the man Josh Taylor and make Josh Taylor stop in his tracks rather than coming forward like Frankenstein. And that'll leave opportunity for Regis Prograis to pop shot him with that left hand, you know what I'm saying? And, go in for the kill whenever he finds necessary and deems it necessary to go in for the kill. You know, if Josh Taylor, on the other hand, can box a perfect fight and basically stay grounded and follow instructions as far as you know not trying to get into an exchange with the man Regis Prograis, because if he does get into an exchange, I think it'll be a knockout waiting to happen for the man Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? I think he can knock out the guy Josh Taylor if they do get into an exchange. But I don't think Josh Taylor is going to be trying to get into an exchange and fight in the center of the ring on some throwing haymakers, because I think Regis Prograis, with his shorter stance, has more access to the body and uppercuts and right hooks from close quarters. You know what I mean? Especially when the man Josh Taylor is trying to a mean left hook. You know what I'm saying? Or any type of hooks. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen him doing that against Victor Postal, and Victor Postal would just dig a shot to the body. And there was some punches that, kind of backed the man Josh Taylor off, body shots, to make him stop in his tracks, you know what I mean? Because the body shot hurt him, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I had to watch some film of these two guys to really find out who I think will win this fight, because I was torn in between the two. And I think that the man Prograis has more dimensions to his game as far as the footwork, the hand speed, the upper body movement, and the head movement is going to be key for the man Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? I think he got better defense. Victor Postal cut the man Josh Taylor in his last fight, not his last fight, in the fight that they did fight. You know what I mean? And I think that right there could shows that the man Josh Taylor is also there to be hit as well. You know what I mean? Um, Even though Howard Davis had some success earlier in the fight versus the man Josh Taylor, but I guess he just didn't believe himself or the crowd. You know what I mean? The Scottish crowd, a brutal crowd. They're a brutal crowd, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Go watch Jim Watt versus Howard Davis. You know what I'm saying? See how the Scottish crowd were all over the man. Howard Davis even sent death threats to the man prior to the fight, calling the man's hotel room, you know what I mean? Scaring the shit out of him. And that's why he fought scared, basically, versus Jim Watt over there in Scotland. So there's going to be a hostile territory for Regis Prograis, you know what I mean? But it could work for him or against him, and vice versa for the man, Josh Taylor. He could be trying to, please his fan base, being the house fighter, you know what I'm saying? And trying to knock out his opponent, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, he could be kind of, subdued by the whole atmosphere, you know what I mean? And be a little docile. And Regis Prograis, on the other hand, the same could go for him. So the crowd is definitely going to play a factor. How? I'll have to wait to see the fight and see what kind of factor it plays, you know what I mean? But it's definitely going to be a pro Josh Taylor fight. So in conclusion, my breakdown and prediction is final, but I predict that Regis Prograis will win a close fight, you know what I mean? Possibly a 7-5 type of fight, majority split decision type of victory. Do I see both fighters, any of them hitting the canvas? And I don't think any will hit the canvas, but I think there might be a controversial decision looming, especially due to the fact that the man Regis Prograis is the one coming out there to England, and he's not the house fighter by no means. You know what I mean? So there might be a controversial decision. The fight could go either way, but I'm slightly edging the victory for the man Regis Prograis. I believe Regis Prograis in his come up, he hasn't been an Olympian like Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was a 2012 Olympian, but I believe the sparring he's gotten over there in Houston, fighting guys like the Charlo brothers in Ronnie Shields' gym, Erislandy Lara, you know what I'm saying, and even Austin Trout. I think he's sparred with world class operators in the ring, you know what I mean? And I think that edge right there is even what makes him comfortable and confident to say that he's going to win, and he's going to win by any means necessary, and come over there to England to get the W. You know what I mean? There's a lot of incentives on the table. Two straps on the line, the Ring Magazine vacant 140-pound title on the line. Although Mikey Garcia is the lineal 140-pound champ, which I highly disagree with. I don't know what the cyber boxing and the transnational boxing associations, what they were smoking to label the man Mikey Garcia the lineal champion after beating Sergey Limpinets. I don't get it, but the Ring Magazine's on the line for Prograis and Taylor, as well as an Ali trophy. You know what I mean? So it's a lot left on the table. So uh, that's how I edge the fight, man. Let me know in the comment section who you think gonna win this fight. You heard my breakdown and prediction. Leave yours in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next vid. Be much boxing. I'm gone. Peace.